1 year of Russian invasion in Ukraine. Today marks the passing of 1 year since Ukraine was invaded by Russian forces on February 24, 2022. Following Russia's initial broad advance into the country, Ukrainian forces, backed by Western support, resisted fiercely, forcing Russian troops to pull back into eastern and southern Ukraine. By the end of 2022, the front lines had become a punishing arena of trench warfare, drone attacks, and artillery battles across frozen fields and villages. Estimates vary widely, but most place the total number of civilian casualties between 10,000 and 30,000, and count at least 250,000 soldiers killed and wounded from both sides. Russia continues to launch missiles into all parts of Ukraine, attacking infrastructure and other targets, vowing to press on, while Western countries continue to supply Ukraine with ammunition, equipment, and training. Gathered below are images from recent weeks, showing a region reshaped by a year of war. 1. Ukrainian servicemen fire a mortar toward Russian positions at the front line near Bakhmut, Donetsk region, Ukraine, on January 11, 2023. 2. Workers climb onto the roof of heavily damaged monastery buildings in the village of Bohorodychne, Donetsk region, on January 4, 2023. 3. A Ukrainian tank moves along a snow-covered road in the Donbas region on February 18, 2023. 4. An aerial view of the heavily damaged town of Vuhledar and its surrounding fields, marked by many craters, is seen on February 10, 2023. 5. Emergency service workers extinguish a fire after shelling on the Bakhmut front line in Ivanivske, Ukraine, on January 2, 2023. 6. A man is silhouetted in the headlights of a car during a blackout in the town of Kolychivka, Ukraine, on February 1, 2023. 7. Anya, 7, plays with her toys and paints pictures to pass the time in the shelter where she lives with her family in Donetsk Oblast, on January 25, 2023. 8. Ukrainian soldiers prepare a U.S.-supplied M777 howitzer to fire at Russian positions in the Kherson region, on January 9, 2023. 9. Mechanics of the Ukrainian Army's 14th Separate Mechanized Brigade walk beside their main battle tank and a captured Russian battle tank bearing a Z insignia, at the brigade's workshop in the Kharkiv region on February 20, 2023. 10. This photograph taken on January 28, 2023, shows the bodies of Russian soldiers lying on the ground beneath a damaged tree, on the front line near the town of Siversk, Donetsk region. 11. Graves of Russian Wagner Group mercenary fighters are seen in a cemetery near the village of Bakhmutskaya in Krasnodar region, Russia, on January 22, 2023. 12. Emergency personnel work at the site where an apartment block was heavily damaged by a Russian missile strike in Dnipro, Ukraine, on January 15, 2023. 13. A Ukrainian state emergency service firefighter carries a wounded woman out of the rubble of a building after a Russian rocket attack in Dnipro, on January 16, 2022. 14. A view shows a kitchen inside an apartment block heavily damaged by a Russian missile strike in Dnipro, on January 15, 2023. 15. Policemen help Irina, 6, dressed in a children's bulletproof vest and helmet, during her family's evacuation from the frontline city of Bakhmut, on January 31, 2023. 16. Ukrainians who fled the war to Poland and found shelter in a former supermarket converted to a refugee center prepare to board a bus to an evacuation train that will transport them to Hanover, Germany, on February 17, 2023. 17. A destroyed tank sits in a field after snowfall in Izium, Ukraine, on February 12, 2023. 18. Ukrainian servicemen recover the bodies of Russian soldiers that were stuck in frozen mud on the front line on January 12, 2023, in Kolychivka, Ukraine. 19. A view of a heavily damaged airport in Kherson Oblast, Ukraine, on February 20, 2023. 20. Serhiy Shame, 64, reads letters with recovery wishes to his son Vitaly, 34, a Ukrainian officer badly wounded in a battle with Russian forces, a long-range anti-aircraft missile commander, was wounded in the Donbas region of eastern Ukraine that has become synonymous with horrific losses in the fighting for both Ukraine and Russia. 21. A girl stands near a cat beside her apartment building, which was destroyed by a Russian military strike, in the town of Bohorodychne, outside Kyiv, Ukraine, on February 15, 2023. 22. A Ukrainian soldier carries a drone close to the front line near Avdiivka, Donetsk region, on February 17, 2023. 23. A self-propelled artillery unit fires on the front line, in the Donetsk region, on February 18, 2023. 24. A woman adjusts her hood as she walks between the graves of soldiers during the funeral of Hennady Ikovshchik, who was killed on the front line in Kharkiv, eastern Ukraine, on February 16, 2023.